Alright, yeah, and welcome back on into some more Magic Arena in the competitive constructed queue with our mono white monument deck. So, we are currently 1-0. We took down blue-white control. I'm not sure how I'm splitting up the matches in this particular case, but I'm going to try out this week with going for highlights between two leagues. So, in this particular league, we're doing reasonably well, I guess. We were only just started, but still, all the same. So, if you're wondering why I'll be at different marks and things like that, then that'll be why. But I just don't want to have, like, 4 episodes of blue-white control in a row. So doing 2 leagues is the best way to do that. And usually I do 4 matches as well. So if those 4 matches are all losses, then I've done that in 2 leagues as well. So either way. Alright, guys, let's get into the game. I'll see you there. Hey, it's finally letting me look at my hand. Okay, a 1-lander with a lot of 1-drops. Ooh. If we got a land, we'd have 3 creatures next turn to flip the landing, which would be another land. Then we'd be up to 3 mana. Couldn't quite do anything off of that, but this is like a really solid token hand. I think I'm going to take the risk. I think we're going to go for it. Opponent's gone down to 6. They aren't as YOLO-y as I am, I suppose. We are in the draw as well, so there is opportunity to draw lands off of this one. Ooh, non-blue decks. Always, always the best. Alright, let's go Aspirant first. It's the most damage we can put on the board in a single turn. We might even go like... I don't know, I think we do want to go landing, just so we can have the 3 creatures on board, because the other option is that we play Anointed Priest, so we get 2 life off of it, but I think we'll be fine without it. I want to try and threaten our opponent with a flipped landing early. That would be nice. But he is in the colours for Fatal Pushes and Cast Down, so the chance of that happening seems a little slim. But if he taps out here, that's completely fine by me. Okay, so we get to go and swing. He can trade off with a 1-1 if he likes, but we now have the Adanto. He's going to need a Field of Ruin for that. I then get to go Anointed Procession. And we're going to go so wide, our opponent's not going to know what to do. If we get a land, I'll consider the Angel, I suppose. Otherwise, it's going to be Sram's Expertise into Anointed Priest. Or Marshal, if we get that off the top. Might consider that also. So this is Black-White Knights. Seems pretty obvious at this point. We're going to be able to resolve whatever we feel like resolving. Oh, that's really good. That's also really good. So we could go Sram's Expertise into a Ketra's Monument. Doesn't allow us to cast anything off of it, but it's 2 tokens every turn, and I don't think Knights can push through as many tokens as we plan on producing. And we don't get the lifelink off of the Anointed Priest, because they actually enter at separate times, if I remember rightly. Could be wrong about that, but we're going to go Monument anyway. And I'm going to swing over the top. Take him to 13. This also has cost reduction on the Angel of Invention as well, so if he goes for his Alpha Strike here, I'm going to Alpha Strike him right back. Ooh, he's got a Marshal. That's 15 points, so I'm going to block at least 1. 6 left, they're going to be swinging in for a fair amount. They're going to be doing it again next turn is the thing. I'll be generating 4 tokens. Actually, 6 tokens because of the Monument. So I suppose I can afford to chump a little bit. Yeah, let's just chump it all. Still got 4 tokens back, which is pretty great. Okay. That's maybe changed my mind a little bit. Priest, generate 2 tokens. Priest, generate 2 tokens, gain 2 life. Go super wide, swing for 2 over the top. He gets his Benalia trigger, making them 5/4s again. Lyra. That's pretty bad. Not gonna lie. Lyra is problematic. So, trade off 1 priest so that we can get it back as 2 priests later. We should be able to gain too much life for Lyra to actually kill us, in theory. I'm just wondering whether or not I want to do another one. I don't think I do. I want to get some lifelink. Should be probably trading off warrior tokens instead of... Have you been blocked? You've been double blocked. So hard to tell. No, you've been double blocked. It's you. There. Okay. Another Legion's landing. I'm just gonna go Angel Invention, I think. Makes my blocks a lot nicer. Get 2 tokens, gain 2 life. Get 4 tokens. Unless I wanna... No, you got life. First strike on Lyra. Gain 4 life. And pass the turn. Can't really get in past the Lyra, but if he swings in with it, then he's not going to be gaining life, and we can probably push through that. Ariel. Come on, cast out. Ariel's problematic. Going to be able to destroy creatures next turn. Which includes our angels and our utility creatures, basically. I don't know if that'll matter too much, but with a Lyra on board, probably isn't the greatest. Does he dare attack him with his Lyra? I'm going with no. He does have 3/3s to our 2/2s though, so that is something to be aware of. But that will quickly change if we get a Shepherd Dunes or another Lord effect off the top. I need a cast out though, so I think this Ariel's a lot worse. Than it seems on a first glance. He's going to be able to tap some knights, destroy Angel, bring the team down, and you're going to be able to destroy everything else a lot easier. I think I'm going to Knight Priest, make 2 tokens. In lots of life. It's going to be my buffer from his Lyra. Unfortunately, with the first strike, it means if he blocks the Angel, these are only 1/1s when it actually comes to assigning combat damage. So I'm stuck. I am pinned in an uncomfortable position by the Ariel. Danither, okay. We have a Khan. Khan's pretty good. Khan produces tokens that are going to be able to push through because of the servos and the monument.
I will defend my ally.
Let's see how big these two constructs are. 12 12s.
There is great power in the things we make.
That seems legit. Okay, we can start pushing through with those now. That was a really good top deck for us here. I don't know if he's going to be mainboarding board wipes. I'm going to guess not. Okay, so end step, he gets to tap a knight and kill the angel. I guess he taps again to kill the aspirant, which then allows the Lyra to come in and kill Khan, but we've already got 2 12/12s, so... We're going to whittle down his numbers at the same time. There he goes. Alright. Angel down. They're now 11 11s. Still no less scary in my book. Although the first striking is a problem. Yeah, here he goes with another tap. Oh, he's got the fatal push this time. And goodbye, Khan. You've done your work.
Not every fight can end in victory.
Victory. Ooh, Shefford Dunes. Shefford Dunes. Is that grounds to swing in this turn? That's what he chomps with the tokens. Swinging in for 16. Swinging in for a fair amount. Unfortunately, though, everything that he blocks trades perfectly with ours, so I kind of really need a Lord effect before I consider doing that. So I'm actually going to go with the Aspirant. Create some tokens. Gain a ton of life. I'm going to wait a little longer, I think. Zariel now can only really take out, like, Anointer Priests. Which is pretty acceptable. And I could Adanto, or I could just Legion's Landing here. Either one does the same thing, basically. But I suppose the Andanto, if I went for that plan, I would reveal that I have a Shefford Dunes in hand, and I'd rather keep that a secret right now. So let's just create 2 vampires. Gain loads of life. And pass. 4, 5, 6, 7. I could swing in with my Khans, I suppose. My mini Khans. My Space Marines. Wants to trade off a ton of creatures. Yeah, let's do it. Because I can take his swing back easily. We're at 53 life, so if he wants to just, like, Alpha Strike me back, then I'm fine with that, because then I win on the crackback. He has to block this. This is 22 damage coming at his face. That's what he gets for tapping out his Lyra. I expect, yeah, maybe just some chumps. He has to put a lot in front of these constructs in order to kill them. Cool. We'll pass the turn, hold this Shefford Dunes as a combat trick in hand. Ariel's going to create a knight. Okay. Ooh, is that new knight art? I haven't seen that before. Ariel's never lived long enough. So what does his board look like after we strike? We've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11. We'll exclude these because they'll get blocked. 13, 14, 15, 16. Another 16, 32, 34, 36, 38, 40. You can't possibly gain enough life. Can he block enough, though? Oh, Settle the Wreckage would be so good if we could make it happen. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, 1, 2, 3. 5, 6, 7, 8. Have we got lethal? I feel bad for not knowing. Let's just do it. Let's go. He's gaining 9. And he has to tap out his 5/5 to make a 2/2. Hopefully this wasn't a mistake, but I think we've got more than lethal. I want to keep this one. I could be unbelievably wrong about that. That's 10. Alright, he's taken out 1 construct with 3 blocks. Not sure he can do that, to be honest. Does he have the blockers left over? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, you can't do that. Who's our marshal gonna live? I think he's realised that now. He's just taken the lyre off of the construct there. To double block a servo. Not sure about that one, opponent. It is hard assigning blockers on a board state like this. Admittedly. It's a good job that they have plenty of their timer to figure it out. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can't make that block. Could be wrong about that. Yep. 16. Not bad. Not bad at all. Alright, game 2. Right, against Knights. We probably want the cast outs because the Ariel and the Lyra were very annoying. Other than that, though, I think we're just fine. We produce far too many creatures for them to go through us. You could maybe argue invoke the Divine for History of Benalia, but we produce too many tokens, so... Creature is entering the battlefield. There weren't any? No, there weren't any. There's no graveyard interaction, no counters to speak of. Yeah, I guess that's it. Okay, as for cuts, everything was so good. Knight of Grace is very nice. Suppose we could go down 1 Anointed Procession, maybe 3 cast outs and go down a procession. Or an expertise. How many lands are we running? 22? Okay. I'm just checking. I was like, if we're running 23, I might do 22. We could do an Aspirant, although that's a blocker for Lyra. Anointed Priest was very good there. Maybe not, like, game-winningly good, though. Yeah, I suppose we could go down an Anointed Priest. Life gain doesn't mean much if you can never establish a decent board state to block all the damage. They're only in here really for like the hyper-aggressive matchups, so we can go like Anointed Priest into massive token generator. And then just start gaining loads and loads and loads and loads of life. If they get rid of it, we generate a token which gains life. It's that kind of annoyance. Basically main board aggro hit. Okay, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3. Seems reasonable. Turn 4, cast out for whatever we feel like going with. And we're on the draw. Opponent's gone down to 6. This is about as good as it gets, really, I think. It'd be nice if we got ourselves a monument or a knight procession, just so we can keep ahead of our opponent. So I think that's maybe where we got the advantage. He was generating like 1 knight token a turn, and we were generating 3. Metallic Mimic. Naming knight. And there's the Anointed Procession. I'm assuming you named knight. You did. Okay. Let's go Knight of Grace then. Swing for 1. He won't block. So he can generate big knights again with his Mimic. I believe M19's giving another Night Lord, if I remember rightly. So I think this deck's getting an upgrade. Wow. Either got the seal away, or he's got nothing. Alright, well, if he's got either one of those, I guess the Benelish Marshal is the best one for that. We can swing through if he seals away a Knight of Grace, fair dues. If he casts down something, then we're still getting in damage. I don't know if there's a 2-drop that I really care about here. Ooh, trading a Lord off for a token. Ouch. It's got a smart. And he has a fatal push. Okay. That's fine. He's on 2 lands. Very screwed. Fragmentizes the Legion's Landing. We didn't really actually use the second part of that last time, did we? I'm going to take the slow burner, and I'm going to go with the Anointed Procession. That allows us to make 6 3/3s and then drop the Marshal. We're in no rush. Our opponent is missing their land drops. This is going to get them to concede. They might play it out, though, because they are obviously they're playing for their lives here. But I think that'll do it. Yeah. Ouch. It's a bit of a shame for our opponent there, missing their land drop, but it happens, unfortunately. Yay, I guess. I've seen Silver Tier 1 like 9 times this week. Because I lose a rank and gain a rank, and then lose a rank and then gain a rank. And just like 1 game at a time. Because it's weird. Alright, we're now 2-0 in this particular league. I think we won against Blue-White Control in this one, and we've just won against Black-White Knights. Not much of a Game 2, unfortunately, but I think Game 1 showcased the matchup exactly as I expected it to go, really. We just out-creature them. Okay, so that is going to do it for this week's deck series. So, if you want to see an extra video of this deck, you can support on Patreon or subscribe through Twitch. Either one of those gets you access to the Discord and the Patreon feed, which will both have links to a 4th video of every deck that I play each week, including all of the previous videos as well. So if you donate as little as $1 a month, you can get access to several different videos from several different matchups. But that's completely optional. All that money does go back straight into the channel. I can survive without it. So it's only if you like the content and want to support the channel. Other than that, though, a wrap-up for the deck series. We ended up going 3-2 in 2 different competitive constructed leagues. We dropped 1 game to a bug. The game crashed and I had to reset, and then it timed us out, and then we lost through that. But we also won a game because the game never actually connected and I got a free win. So it's kind of cancelled out. So the 3-2s do seem pretty reasonable and accurate, and also a lot of you guys are a lot better than me as well, so I expect a lot better results as well. Didn't manage to get any red deck wins matchups in this particular league, unfortunately, but from Quick Constructed I did play against a fair few of them, and we did quite well. I think we went about 50-50 against Blue-White Control, but a lot of those matches were, even the ones where I won, nothing really entertaining. Don't like playing that matchup at all, to be perfectly honest, so it's probably not going to see too much screen time on the channel, although I will occasionally put it in there, because as much as I dislike it, it's also part of the meta. But yeah, I think we were about 50-50 against Blue-White Control. I think we came up against Blue-Black about 3 times and won them as well. Could be wrong about that. And then there was a historic deck that we lost against that had 3 History of Benalias in a row, and we just couldn't keep up with that. And I think that's about it as far as highlights are concerned. So yeah, did pretty reasonable against the meta decks anyway. If you guys want to check out this deck anyway, be sure to do so. It's not a terrible deck for this meta. If you do like tokens and going wide and things like that, then by all means, I think this is the deck for you. I think it has a lot of rares in it, so it is by no means budget, but if you have the cards, then I would recommend it. And I'm sure there's a budget version to be made from this one as well, considering the build-around card is an uncommon. But yeah. Anyway, guys, that's going to do it for today's episode. I've rambled on long enough. If you enjoyed the video, then be sure to like, subscribe, hit that little bell icon, all that jazz. Support the channel if you like on Patreon for a 4th video. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.